Okay, we're on to part 2 of building our Tic-Tac-Toe game. So in the last video, we just built our game board and styled it, and so for this video, we're going to be making it actually work and writing the functions in JavaScript. So if we go to our repos, we should already have it set up. Okay, so we're going to have to write one more thing in our HTML, because right now we just have our game board and we don't have anything like an H1 anywhere that says who won. So we're going to make an H1 above the game board so we can write in our JavaScript to change the inner HTML to say who won. So let's give it an ID of winner. Okay, so right now, since we have flex displayed on our body, it's going to put the H1 right here. So to change that, if we go into our CSS, we're going to give another flex declaration called flex direction, and we're going to set it to column. That way it's going to be on top and it will look better. Okay, let's start writing our JavaScript. So the first thing that we're going to write is we're going to say what the player's turn is, because we're going to have 2 players. So we're going to set player's turn to 0 to start, and then we're going to change it when we write our function. We're also going to make a variable called square, and we're going to get all of the squares that we wrote in our HTML. So we're going to say document.get elements by class name, and I think it was square. We're also going to make a variable called wrapper, and we're going to get the wrapper. So document.get element by ID wrapper. And the last one we're going to make is the winner. So we're going to get the winner. Document.get element by ID winner. Okay, so we're going to be making an OnClick function on our squares, and we're going to add it to our wrapper. So it's going to be checking for everything inside of the wrapper to see if it gets clicked. So we're going to start by saying wrapper.add event listener, and it's a click listener. And we're going to be passing in an event because we want to get what's being clicked on. And we're making it a function. This just makes it a function. So if you say equal sign and then greater than sign, it's called a hash rocket, but it just makes it into a function. So for this, we're going to start with saying if player's turn equals 0, then player's turn equals 1. And we're also going to get the event, like the box that was clicked on. We're going to say e.target.innerHTML equals x. So else if player's turn equals 1, then we're going to say player's turn equals 0, and e.target.innerHTML equals O. When you're writing an if statement and you're saying if player's turn equals 0, if you put 1 equal sign, then it's setting it to 0, but if you want to check it and see if it is 0, then you have to put 2 equal signs. So we have one problem with this, because if you click on it multiple times, then it changes it again. And so to fix this, we're going to write it in our if statement. So we're going to say if player's turn equals 0 and e.target.innerHTML equals nothing. That way you can only click and change it if it has nothing in it. So we're going to put that on both, and if we run it, then you won't be able to change it. Okay, so now we need to check for the winner. To do this, we're going to be making two variables, and we're going to have to check every single way for someone to win. So we're going to have a couple different things, but it's fun. So we're going to make a constant called WinX, and it's going to equal a function. And remember, you just use a hash rocket to make it a function. And inside of here, we're going to say return, and then if square, also I forgot to say, with this square we got the elements by class name, which means there's multiple elements, and so in order to get one of them, it's an array, so we're going to use this this bracket thing, and to get the first one, it's 0. So we're getting the first box in the array, and we're saying if the square 0 dot inner HTML equals x, and the squares 1 dot inner HTML equals x, and square 2 dot inner HTML equals x. Then it's going to return this. Otherwise, it's going to go on to the next one. So we're just going to have to do that for all of the different squares, like different combinations. So that's for 0, 1, and 2. Then you have to do 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then 1. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. And I already have them written down, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. And if you need to, you can pause this video and look at all of them, but that's what I have right now. So we're gonna have to copy this and check it for the O's. So you can just copy this and then change this to be const win O, make it a function, and then say if square 0 dot inner HTML equals O, and change all of them to O. And there's a cool thing you can do. You can just click Command D, and then it will select all the next ones, so you don't have to go and select them all. Okay, so now that we have this, we're going to have to call our function when we click on the box. So when we click on this and it's putting an X in there, we're going to call our WinX function. Just like that. Same with the O. And when we do this, we're going to say if WinX or WinO, we have to put that in parentheses because it's an if statement. Then we're going to get our winner variable right here, and we're going to set the inner HTML to equal player X wins. Yeah. And do the same thing for the O's. Okay, so let's just see what that does. So we have this, and it says player X wins. Okay, we're gonna have one problem with this, because if someone wins, it says that player X wins, but then if you click again, player O wins, and then if you keep clicking, it changes it. So we're gonna have to fix this by adding an if statement in our function. We're gonna say if winner dot inner HTML equals player O wins, then do nothing, else return and check all of these. So basically what we're doing is we're saying if it says that player O wins, then don't do anything. Otherwise, go and check it and see if player X wins. And we're going to do the same thing for the O's. We're going to say if it says player X wins, then don't do anything. Else, return and go and check all of them. So if we run this, and player X wins, and then player O wins. What? Oh, we forgot to change this. So player X wins, and then player O doesn't win because player X already won. So that's how far I'm going to teach with this. There is one more thing that you can do. You can add a restart button, and I'm going to challenge you to do that. You can just go in your index.html and add a button, and then add an OnClick to it, and where if they click on it, then it refreshes and restarts the page. But that's going to be the challenge, and that's it for the Tic-Tac-Toe game.